He didn't like the tryouts. What are some things that Amy likes to do?
She likes to read books.
She likes to read books. So would that be a good internal characteristic, do you think? Interesting. So I know that sometimes when they do things in the stories, it tells me about who they are as a person, right? As a character. Good job, keep reading.
Jody was worried. Amy had always been a little shy, and going back to school again after being sick was not easy for her. Just then the phone rang. It was Jody's friend, Myra. I'm coming over, Jody, said Myra when she heard how Amy felt. Sounds like both of you need cheering up.
Oh, why did that make you cheered up?
Because Jody was worried about Amy, and Myra was worried too.
Myra was worried too, but what was wrong with Amy? What was it wrong?
Amy didn't like the tryouts because she didn't throw well.
She didn't throw well. She didn't feel well, did she? Amy was sick, huh? Interesting. So you did a really good job reading fluently. I think you still need to track as well, just like I was telling Karina. But you're doing a really good job kind of thinking about those verbs, because you said Myra, and it's kind of hard to say that word, right? So you're really thinking about those verbs and how to say it. So really good job. Are we done reading chapter 1? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So boys and girls, make sure you should. What are some characters that are introduced in the story? Ryan.
Bindi.
Bindi. Who's another character that's introduced in the story?
Myra.
Liliana. Myra. Yep. So go ahead and write those down. Bindi and Myra. But those aren't really big characters in our story. Who are really important characters in our story so far? Ryan. Amy. Who else?
Bill.
No, go back into the text. There's another big character that's really important because there's Amy. Take 1 minute to write. Rita, do you know who the other character that I'm thinking about is?
Bindi.
There's Bindi, but who's also really important?
Jody.
Jody, right? So Amy and Jody are really important characters in the story because Amy starts off, and what's wrong with Amy? Okay, go ahead, take 1 minute to write down the characters. And pencils down. I want you guys just listening to me right now, because I want you guys listening right now, and that's the most important part. Karina, pencil down, please. All right, so boys and girls, what's the problem with Amy? Ryan?
She's sick.
She's sick. And knowing Amy, where is her setting at right now? And remember, setting is where the story takes place. Go back to the beginning of the chapter. Amy's sick, but where's her setting at the beginning of the story? Liliana?
On the field.
On the field, and what is she doing on the field? What's the most important part of the field? Elijah? What's going on?
She's sitting on a bench, and she's watching other kids play football.
Play football, but what's wrong with Amy? What's an internal characteristic that's different, and what's wrong with Amy? Karina?
That in chapter 1,
Mm-hmm.
that she was at the field and she had problems with the tryouts from junior touch of football, and she felt sick and she was sad that they were throwing the football hard, and then she wanted to go home. She didn't feel like.
So I'm going to stop you right there because I just want you to tell me what's wrong with Amy. So Amy feels sick, right? She feels sad and she feels sick, and she doesn't really want to play. And then another character comes and picks up Amy. Who's that character that picks up Amy from tryouts? Shay?
Jody.
Jody. And who's Jody?
Her mom.
Her mom. And how does Jody feel? What's an internal characteristic? How does Jody feel when she gets home and the setting changes? Liliana?
She feels worried.
She feels worried. Can you explain to me why she feels worried?
She feels worried about Amy.
Why? What's wrong with Amy?
Amy was sick.
Amy was sick, and so she's knowing that Jody's Amy's mom. Amy must feel really sick, so Jody's worried about Amy. So both Amy and Jody are both feeling kind of sad right now. So knowing that they both feel kind of sad, and that the story is called The Laughter Club, what's a prediction do you think that you can make in the story right now? Knowing that both Amy and Jody are sad, they're at home, what's a prediction that you can make? Ryan?
are gonna make jokes up there and laugh to make Jody feel good. When she laughs, she'll stop feeling sick.
So maybe someone will come and make Jody feel better by making her laugh. Make sure your pencils are down and you're looking at me. So maybe someone's gonna come and make Jody and Amy feel better when they feel and make them feel better because they are sick. So boys and girls, our ticket out that we're going to do today is we are going to fill out our beginning of our flow map. So I want you guys to fill out the beginning part. The paper's all over the place. So I want you guys to fill out the event that's happened in the story and some characters and some settings. And that's your ticket out today. Okay? Nice job. Done.